Welcome to St. Augustine this evening, the Mike Davis Show. I am here with Amanda and Davey. Davey never gets credit on the morning show, but his name is right there.
Hey!
Davey, first time ever. Davey, he didn't have to put it on his computer.
Featured.
He didn't have to wear a shirt that said Davey. On this show, we give Davey recognition for being Davey.
So that's a very hospitable, very nice to be welcome. Thank you,
on
sir.
This show. And Amanda, thank God you made it 35 seconds ago to turn everything on.
Like, I just barely made it. If you have a friend who has a ginger beard and he drives a black Maxima, give him a slap for me.
I love you so much for that call out. That's so funny.
Listen, I used about 17 shortcuts to get here when I got here. It was so bad. I was like, okay, I'm making a U-turn there. I'm doing this. I'm doing that. I mean, it was...
I'm never taking US 1 again. I hate US 1. Never.
Well, but Masters Drive is closed again.
They closed Masters.
When are they closing Masters and US?
For a long time.
For a long March 31st.
For a long time. What do you do with planning and zoning? Anything?
We do not do roads.
What the hell?
We do not do roads.
Can we add that?
No one brings roads up to planning and zoning. It is not in my purview.
Who is on that committee?
My God.
I'd like to talk to them.
Troy?
Can I interview you?
No, it's not Troy. It's not Troy. It's not like I'm doing a path at the shores or something.
No! Below the belt.
Let's just have some fun today because the morning show took the day off. I've got comments about that too if you hang around. But let's make some money first. Solomon Services, it's the premier place for personal training in St. Augustine. I was there this morning. It's a great place to go work out. They have a state-of-the-art center with both indoor and outdoor turf areas, and all of their coaches are certified through the National Strength and Conditioning Association. They got all kinds of class sizes, all kinds of class types when you're trying to get in shape. Look, it might be towards the end of February, but if you were going to get in shape, there's still plenty of time. And you know what? If you feel like it's too late, then just start on your 2025 resolution and get in shape now. Yeah. So, yeah. Solomon Services. 904-461-9945. You guys will have a great time working out there with everybody else.
Absolutely. I thought he was done. Sorry about that early jump. Powell Heating and Air Conditioning, dedicated to customer service, and they have been for the 36 years that they have been a locally owned business. It is evident in everything they do from the moment they answer your call until the time they leave your home. They are working to make you comfortable and confident about the care and service you receive from Powell. They have 10-plus trucks, 15,000 square foot warehouse stocked with parts and equipment, ready to serve you around the clock. They service all heating and air conditioning brands, and their emergency service is always open 7 days a week, 24 hours a day, including nights, weekends, and holidays. Powell Heating and Air Conditioning for all of your comfort needs.
And I'd like to say a very warm welcome. Are you ready? Golf clap.
Yeah.
Emma Concert Series has just entered the Mike Davis Show. So get ready for an electrifying lineup of events brought to you by the Emma Concert Series. They will have you on edge of your seat. Join them March 7th for the Words and Music Series with Curtis Tucker. Oh, he's awesome. A mesmerizing performance at the Waterworks. What a beautiful space, too. Have you been there yet, Amanda?
Not yet.
Let me take you because it's beautiful. Okay. It's very, very cool. Admission is absolutely our favorite price, free. Yay. By the excitement does not stop here. Brace yourself for Neil Berg's 50 Years of Rock and Roll. That's happening on March 16th at Flagler College's Lewis Auditorium. Secure your tickets at emmaconcerts.com. An unforgettable night of magic and music and nostalgia.
Hi, Land Title of America, whether you realize it or not, and I want both of you in on this today. Whether you refinance the sale or purchase of a home, there's a title company involved. Don't get stuck with some out-of-town title company who doesn't give a crap when you're faced with problems. Call Land Title. Stay local. Give him a call. Call Stephen Collins, 904-501-4481. He specializes in all types of real estate transactions. Land Title, your local title company, insuring America's land one title at a time, because
they give a crap.
Yes, they do. And we give a crap that you guys need a podcast out of the 904 now. So we're here working just like every other night.
Somebody's got to.
Somebody keep the lights on.
Desperate for 904 Now content. I feel a little bit like the podcast with beer goggles on.
Oh.
No, we're the ones benefiting from those wearing the beer goggles.
Yeah, we are. They're like, oh, we're so glad that somebody's on. We're just glad that you're here. Also, in our community updates, the second annual Grand Luau, which you attended the first annual Grand Luau.
I did. It was fantastic.
For Task Force Hydro 1 will be May 11th, 5 to 8 p.m. It's catered Hawaiian food. We'll be letting you know more about how to get tickets to that. Those guys will be on the show shortly, so they can give us an update. And in the Jackie Hurd calendar.
Oh. Very special
We got
calendar.
nothing today. Today's nothing. There's nothing in the calendar today. So
today is the day US 1 shuts down, and then a Maxima will block you on Lewis Speedway. That's what it is.
Please make a note for 2025.
Yes. We're looking for that Maxima. We 100% are. So as you guys know, there's been some controversy about the Shores path.
Oh my goodness.
I have heard nothing about
this. This has been going on.
Can you give Amanda a little backstory?
Yeah, I know nothing.
Yeah, it's like 25 years.
So it's been going on it's the only meeting that Troy Blevins, as Parks and Recreation Director, had to be escorted out of.
Can you imagine? Can you imagine?
And he lived in the neighborhood at the time.
I mean, he's meek.
His neighbors
So
were
that's
so
why
mad
he's
at him.
on Riberia.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
meek and mild Troy Blevins. Yes.
Everybody
he's so meek.
was so mad at him over this path. So it went away.
Okay.
And every time, I mean, he retired from the county like 15 years ago or something, right? 12 years ago, 10 years ago, whatever it is. It's been a number. And every time it bubbles back up, his name is still on the plans.
Can you imagine?
His name, they keep bringing up the old plans. They haven't updated them, and it says Troy Blevins, Parks and Recreation Director.
So he gets so much hateration.
They're still trying to call him to get him to stop doing it, even though he doesn't work at the county anymore.
Is this why he grew the beard and wears the hat?
Basically, yes.
Yes.
Yeah, totally, yes.
So if you give him the opportunity, as you know, he will tell stories about himself.
Oh, yeah.
I have heard this story ad nauseum multiple times, right?
Well.
So he calls me today. We're talking about something else. And he says, by the way, I was watching the comments at the county meeting about the Shores pathway.
Okay.
Some guy got up to make comments. And he said, yeah, I found out about this on the 904 Now podcast. I was listening to some guy named Jake talk about it.
Oh, hot name. Who's Jake?
All right.
Couldn't remember Troy. He couldn't remember Troy. So the guy's name is on the plans. He's taking credit for this story being around for forever and being the most hated person
Jake.
And the guy couldn't remember. Maybe Jim or Jake or something.
A red polo.
Excuse me. I'm sorry. I'm going back to our dude text feed. It's Jack.
Jack. I'm sorry,
Yes.
Jack. It was Jack.
Right.
Yes, because Glay thought the last name was Mihoff, so I didn't know.
Jack.
Yeah, so there it is.
No, he's the one that sold Jack the Beanstalk beans.
Hey.
So the funny thing about Troy one time is we're at a meeting together and we're talking to these guys that want to do a building. And we walk out, how do you think the meeting went? He said, really good. I think I made a good impression. So a few minutes later, the guy texts me, hey, by the way, can you give me Tony Belvin's number?
Belvin.
I said, you made a great impression. He didn't remember your first.
Best impression ever. Oh, my
Tony
goodness.
Belvin's.
Tony Belvin.
It's such a passionate thing, though. I know.
It burned him so bad for
Don't
weeks.
get confused on Thursday when it's Mike, Amanda, Blake, and Tony Belvin.
Tony
Oh,
Belvin's
yeah.
in the comments.
Definitely
We
going
sometimes
to be
call him that on the morning
Jake.
show, yeah.
Jack Blevins joins us for trivia.
Belvin.
Jack the Hoff. Nice.
That was so funny. Now, you guys have been off in the morning show. And I don't mean off like in a bad way, like you just haven't been doing good shows. You haven't been doing any shows. You guys have been prepping for the Florida Man games. You look like you have a very nice tan.
Thank you very much.
You look like you got some sun today out there working.
Yes.
They're training the alligators for the secret event that you don't know about.
I heard that Troy
I'm working with the Florida Ma'am team. I like them. They're my favorite.
I heard Troy got hired to teach the chickens how to poop.
Yeah, definitely. He's the poop whisperer.
He is the bingo poop guy.
Yeah, definitely a good one. It conjures the spirit.
Conjures the poop.
And they just know, bark, and then it's right there. So you just have to pick your bark spot.
Yeah. If you guys see Pete in the comments, let me know because I have comments for Pete.
Oh,
so we got two that are kind of just hanging here. So we're waiting on Pete to show up today out of sheer boredom where he's at.
Well, I will tell you the people have spoken.
Yep.
People were very upset that we were not on today.
Yes, they were.
So we will be on tomorrow morning. Prayers were answered. So everybody, we will be back. Shows will be back tomorrow morning. I will lead the way. So be kind, rewind, hit that share button every time you see it. That's all.
I just want you to know, since I'm a prayerful person, that was not the first time that Troy Blevins was in a prayer group conversation. I just want you to know.
And it was celebrated. Yeah.
I just want you guys to know.
The 904 Now Superstars like mega chat that I'm a part of and have been since
the 904 Now Cool Kids. Are you in that chat? So you saw that today, right?
Oh yeah. So there was lots of discussion about there's a rumor that the shows are coming back. And then Clay came in and he's like, no, that's absolutely not happening. We need all week to set up for Florida Man games. And so, I mean,
have you been by there? Pete's in a lawn chair.
But what?
There's 1,000 people out there setting it up, and Pete is in a lawn chair in the middle getting sun and drinking Mai Tais.
He's been texting people on what to do.
Van Strange would never drink a Mai Tai.
Yeah, no.
He is throwing Busch beer cans at people as he finishes them.
Listen. I love the fact that Pete is doing this. I think it's awesome. It's a tremendous amount of work. I'm sorry that the morning shows have not been on while he's been doing that tremendous amount of work.
Excuse me, what?
And
you need to back that up because they've been on. They've been doing great. Now we missed one day, but we're going to be just fine now. Yeah,
2 days.
2 days.
Nah,
Monday's a day.
That is President's Day. I'm sorry, it's a federal holiday. I like to reflect on my presidents. I don't know about you people. Okay, you people don't celebrate presidents. Period on the show.
Okay, Blinken.
Okay.
So you went to the parade?
No.
You didn't go to the President's Day
I had
parade?
my own parade. I dress up as all presidents, and I'm a legend in my living room, Mr. Davis. It's amazing.
I hear that.
I want to be invited to that party next year to watch you go from President 1 all the way up to 46.
It's incredible. I have really wooden teeth in the beginning. It's with bad breath, and then I
Can you name 10 presidents?
Yeah. Oh, my God.
Go.
Okay. Abe Lincoln, George Washington, Adams.
What's his first name?
No, you never said first name.
Name the president means name his name.
Adams again. There's 2 of them.
Oh, there's 2 Adams. Yes. Adams and Adams. It's like a law group. Clinton. I know him because of the stain.
You're fine.
Obama.
Yep.
Trump. Jimmy Carter.
Yep.
Ronald Reagan.
Yep.
Where am I at?
You're at 9.
Oh,
I see sweat coming out.
The latest father-son team.
No, I can do this. It's a W. George W. Bush.
There you go. That's actually impressive, but you were sweating at 9.
I was Whitney Houston. Now I could do famous spin stars in like pop culture, but you people with the smarts.
I teach my kids a president song every year. It's part of our homeschool.
Can I learn that, please?
I can.
I need to be a part of homeschool. Apparently, I'm a product of private school. Could you imagine? Hoity-toity. I know.
You never went to private school?
No, I did.
Did you?
I had a scholarship for swimming, but yeah, that's you would think.
You were a sports
because I cheated. I was a copier. I was a big copier of papers. Yeah. Thank God AI wasn't invited in that. Invented that time. Oh my God.
Yeah, they don't even. Somebody told me they don't even have Cliff Notes anymore.
So
yeah, I was a big fan of Cliff's Notes.
Yeah, it's Spark Notes now. I mean, they still exist. They just have a different name.
It's just copy, cut, and paste.
But one of my students, so my class is working on a semester-long project of writing a short story, and they're encouraged as they're doing character development to draw a picture of each of their characters to kind of like really visualize who these people are. Well, I'm a realist.
That sounds really nice.
I'm a realist, and I know that some of my students are going to get so stressed out at the idea of drawing a picture, thinking that people are going to see the pictures that they drew. So I was like, look online. Look at just stock photos or pictures of celebrities and picture them that way rather than having to draw them. If drawing them doesn't excite you, then don't get hung up on that. Like, look for pictures of people, inspiration, look through magazines if your mom still has them, and pull somebody, right? So one of my students was like, well, I went into ChatGPT, and she's writing a World War II romance between an officer on the bad guys team. I'm not going to say it because we'll get
dinged. Okay.
And a girl who is with the resistance, and she doesn't know.
Oh, did that officer have a weird mustache?
So, no, not that one.
Oh, okay.
So she was trying to come up with a ChatGPT picture for her characters. And anytime she tried to put in a prompt for the officer,
they won't do it. They'll say no.
She just kept getting error messages. And I'm like, please stop using that word. You're going to get your parents on a list.
First and foremost,
your home is
because they watching, baby.
Keep trying to generate pictures.
Let her read George Orwell.
Like, look at historical pictures for that guy.
1984.
Just don't search it anymore.
My favorite searches on Google are the ones where it doesn't give you anything. Like you type in the 3 or 4 words report,
Google,
and Google just goes,
I don't know.
We're not telling you that you can find this, right? We're not going to tell you. Like, if you typed in certain things, you can find exactly what Google wants you to find.
Yeah.
But all of a sudden, if you type something in and it's so far off their like radar of we don't want you to know about this, and then you hit, well, there's nothing showing up as a link, right?
Yeah.
And you go ahead and hit the search button, and then it pops up. You're like, I got you, Google. I got you. I made you find something you didn't want to find.
I was searching for stats once, and I got 3 results back, and I was like, I found the end of Google. Like, that's the end. Because there was only 3.
You guys go deep. Wow.
Yeah.
But I only got 3, so that was the end.
Yeah, I love it when you can't find something and you have to like search and search and search, or you do some search that Google's like, no one's asked for this.
That's how I feel like shopping at Marshalls.
All of humanity that asked for this.
I love searching at Marshalls. That's how I feel at Marshalls. You search and search and search, so you find that one gem. You're like, yes, and it's got a yellow tag. Wow.
I get so frustrated at Marshalls because I'm like,
I love it.
It's always so messy.
But I got to go by myself. See, you can't, unless you're like a really good shopper, like you got to go in your spot.
Team player.
Yeah, you got to give me time. Like it's a meditational moment for me. I love it.
I only go into Marshalls to retrieve my wife.
Yeah.
True.
Darcy, it's time to go.
That's the casino.
Because it is a mess in there, and I just can't.
But I mean, if we put a Bass Outlet right next to a Marshalls, we could drop you off, and then we could go party at Marshalls, right? Exactly. You'd be there like for an hour, looking at the same hook that looks, I don't know. This one's a different gauge.
Bass Pro Shops have giant aquariums, and you can sit there and you can watch those.
Perfect. Perfect.
Take
Grandpa then too. But perfect.
Rocking chairs in front of the fish tank.
There was a picture of a woman at a Home Depot sitting on one of the racks, looking at her phone, and the caption was, "I understand exactly how she feels when my wife is shopping."
Yes. Can't relate.
It's a moment.
So good.
Yeah.
Just sit down. Read your book.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, it's so very, very good. All right. Last week, there was a trial in New York.
Really?
Trump was found guilty.
Did you guys see the shoes?
We're going to talk about the shoes. We are going to talk about the shoes.
Holding on the shoes, but okay.
We are going to I'm writing it down here. Yes, because I want to know if you would have paid for the shoes and what you would have paid. But hang on and think about it.
Zipping.
So the Trump trial, no surprise to anyone, he's found guilty in New York, right? No surprise. $355 million verdict.
What is going on with these awards lately?
What are the awards?
The in criminal cases. So the amount that people are getting penalized just seems
it's the amount of money they would have lost plus a little bit of credibility.
That's not true.
True?
In the Trump case, that's not true.
How did we know this?
Nobody lost
money.
A dime.
And Trump didn't even do it. It was the bank. The bank assessed it, and he got brought up on charges for putting in the amount that the bank assessed. That's what the case in New York is.
So why isn't the bank held accountable?
Well, exactly.
No one lost any money. Nobody complained about it.
I don't know.
All the loans were paid back.
The judge said that his Florida property, his country club and golf course, Florida property, was worth less than the small size mega mansion in that area. The entire property of the country club. And so the judge said that it was
what's the upkeep?
less.
Maybe it's not good. Maybe he's got brass pipes or something.
The bank said it was worth a certain amount, and that's what he put on his
Did
taxes.
he clean the septic?
He didn't check.
Apparently not.
No bilge.
Listen, I'm just simply telling you, this is a bad deal for New York. So over the weekend, there's always these gut reactions.
Oh, of course.
So the gut reaction was some truck driver went out and made a video that went viral on social media.
Had to be truck driver.
That we're going to boycott New York City.
Yeah.
No.
So I'm like,
truck drivers.
You can't. There's no way.
No, truck drivers are refusing deliveries to New York City.
All right.
I heard today. I didn't read all at like 4 o'clock. 'Cause I was working all day. That it's the guy actually went back on the next day and went, well, maybe we're not going to do this.
You would literally starve people to death if like all truck drivers refused to take stuff into New York. Like it would be mayhem.
Trust me, there'll be a will. There's a way.
Well,
I mean, the mafia's still there, honey. They could definitely deliver.
I laughed. I totally laughed at this, right? Because I'm like, I can see the guy like he's mad at New York and he wants to give him New York, and he drives a truck, so he's not going to go to New York.
They did the same thing with Canada. Remember?
Well, but wait a minute now. So all this is going to do is if it were to actually happen and drivers quit doing it, eventually the trucking companies are going to have to double or triple the payment to make that delivery. Eventually there's going to be scabs. People that will cross the line, right? They're going to make a fortune off this. The people in New York are going to pay even more money for their food and their essentials, which is terrible, right? So I look at this as like, I get the knee-jerk reaction. I want to do something. This is not, the people of New York were not the ones that decided this case.
No, that is.
You're hitting the wrong people.
You're hitting the wrong people.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah. And listen, you can agree or disagree, but you're hitting the wrong people.
True, yeah.
Right. You're hitting the wrong people. All right. In the meantime, the man who apparently Trump's social, when Truth Social or whatever, he got like billions of dollars out of that. Right? So he starts a sneaker line.
Okay.
You've got the sneakers. Amanda has a picture of the sneakers.
I just sent to you.
Okay.
So you're a fashionista.
Yeah.
I am not. You're a sneaker hound.
I am.
I am not. I go to the same ASICS store, just like you go to Marshall's, right? I'm just not a big sneaker guy. Now, my boys have bought and sold sneakers. My boys have bought sneakers and sold them for 4 and 5 times the amount that they bought them for.
Oh, so they know. Good.
They know. Now, they're all, and I haven't had a chance to ask the one who was the sneaker hound for a while whether he would have bought these. So, Amanda, do you have the picture that we can put up? Because Trump came out with these sneakers, and he sold them. And this is where the story gets incredibly interesting.
All right. So
I wanted. Okay, there's the shoes. Echo. They're gold with the American flag.
Yep.
There's a T. It looks like that's not embossed. It's actually sewn on. Perfect.
Yeah, it seems to be a T applique.
The stars are gold grommets. Gold. What are the, laces? Very nice. Yep. Echo. Red bottom, of course. Shout out to Louboutin. And these are called the Never Surrender High Top Sneakers.
Yes.
And they sell for $399.
Well, they did. They were 1,000 and they sold out.
Oh, okay. So now they're even more probably.
Yeah, they're on eBay for 5,000, 6,000.
Got it. Okay. Super limited. Okay.
Would you buy the sneakers?
They're also numbered.
I'm going to also speak on behalf of Mr. Trump and the products that he has created over the years. And before he became president, I actually used to collect a lot of Donald Trump ties because they were incredible. I have a lot of them.
The ties were
I have a lot. They're amazing weight. They're very well done. So I will say this product is probably very superior. Very, very
high
superior.
Quality.
Very high quality.
Well, this was a pre-order also, so we don't know yet. We've only seen the prototype. We don't know the quality once people get them.
True. Why with the T on the side? I mean, obviously, that's symbolizing Trump.
This is Trump to this is Trump to a T.
Okay.
This is solid gold. That's what
solid gold and bringing the best.
Everything's
Mr.
gold.
Marketing. It's called branding.
Branding.
It's a new thing. It's called branding. We brand everything with the T.
And so, I know a lot of guys who are conservative, liberal-minded, libertarian.
Will not wear this because it's the gold. It's very.
They're like, I'm not gonna lie, they're fire. And when my husband said there was a pair I liked, I expected him to say the white ones because he's not a flashy fashion guy. And I was like, okay, so which ones? He was like, yes. And I was like, the white ones. It's got to be. No, he liked the gold ones. And there are articles making fun of this that even say, I gotta say, Trump's shoe game is fire. And I'm looking at these and I'm like, what in the world?
You don't think they're awesome? I think they're actually pretty cool looking.
I mean, I wouldn't wear them.
I cannot believe that fell out of my mouth. And I have queens that are clutching their pearls at this moment.
I have silver cowboy boots.
Okay.
I do have silver cowboy boots. I'm not above.
So you're a medal of the moon type of girl. You're silver. That's fine. If these were silver, I have the actual silver translation of these shoes, but they're not Trump, obviously.
I would not wear them because I'm not that flashy.
But there are white ones too.
Have you ever worn anything with flash? Period.
Accidentally, yes.
Oh, that would have been a moment. What a hallmark moment.
On an accident, yes, I did.
We didn't document that.
No, I wouldn't buy them. But I've never bought sneakers. I've never been into sneakers. Right? I'm a huge Trump guy, but I wouldn't buy the sneakers. There's a guy.
I couldn't imagine you in these shoes.
I couldn't either. So there was a guy who
I couldn't imagine him in the red ones though.
There's another version?
There's a white version and a red version at $200 a pop.
Oh, the gold is where it's at if you're going to go.
That's why they sold them out.
I need to see the red.
I'm pulling them.
All right. So,
I see the white.
So
he would wear the white.
The whites aren't bad. That's not bad.
I said.
That is not bad.
Ew, I would go gold.
I know you would. The whites are not bad. I haven't seen the reds, but the whites not bad. So a guy from Ukraine bought the sneakers, put them back out for sale.
Oh, the red are dopey.
Right? Oh, I don't like those either.
No, they're very, very generic.
Sesame
yeah,
Street.
like we could get them
Sesame
at Target. Come on.
So the red ones are named T Red Wave, so Trump Red Wave.
Yes.
And then the white ones are POTUS 45.
I like the white ones. I'm not going to lie.
I knew
You're going to get them dirty in a second for $190. You wear Scotch Guard, all that.
You can Scotch Guard shoes?
Yeah.
I did not know
Ooh,
this.
yes.
I did not know this. So this guy from Ukraine gets lit up in the comments, and there's stories written about him that a Russian oligarch has bought Trump shoes.
Oh, shut up.
A Russian oligarch.
Oh, here we go.
Are,
Because
right?
what are we supposed to do? Is Trump supposed to, like, block people based on their genetics or country of origin? Like,
Yes.
what's going on?
Oh, no. It's better. He immigrated from Russia when the Ukraine was a part of Russia. He's actually Ukrainian. So here's a group ripping this guy, saying he's a Russian oligarch. He's Ukrainian. His dad showed up in the United States with $4. $4 to his name.
That's it.
They worked. They become successful. He's become successful. He has sent, I think, $250,000 in aid to the Ukraine. But every story has him as a Russian oligarch buying the shoes.
So he's also selling perfume and cologne at $100 a bottle.
He, the Russian oligarch,
No,
or Trump? Okay,
Trump is
yeah.
on the Trump sneaker page. And the red and the white are not sold out. So
Red and white are not sold out.
I challenge you.
However, gold, one of the asking prices is just close to
$450,000.
I got 20 grand right here, or best offer, 27.51 with 57 bids.
What's the white shoes? What's the best offer?
They're still like
They're
full
still
price because they're
available,
still
so
available.
You can pay.
You can
So
get
I can
them.
still go on to Trump's
Yeah,
thing
you
and
can-
get a pair
yeah.
of the
You
white
can get the
shoes?
white shoes for $200.
Okay.
Sports Corner can make them for you. You don't need to spend that kind of money. Good Lord.
Unless you want to help him
But can
pay
you
his
imagine in the
fines.
middle of a Trump debate with Troy if I plopped the
$1,000.
shoes up on the counter?
That would be
Can
epic.
you imagine?
That'd be epic.
Terrible.
Be in some sort of like debate and you just sit back and cross your
Would
feet on the
that would that
desk.
shut Troy down? It might actually.
Oh,
He'd
my
be
word.
so
He
furious.
He would be furious. Yeah.
He'd be furious.
I wish that the white ones had red just on the bottom.
Yeah.
Not on the side, but just on the
Just
bottom.
on the. I agree with that
Yeah.
design.
Which they might be, but I can't
They're not
see
bringing
that.
their best.
They're not.
Listen, I thought the shoes were not that bad. I'm not a big shoe
79
guy.
watchers of a pair that are 34,000.
Yeah.
Look at
See.
this. Oh my word.
Atlanta.
But here's the thing: people still have them on the white and the red on eBay when they're still available to purchase. At
Yeah, that's
regular
fine.
Price. Like, why are you going to pay?
They're going to try to capitalize
$925 the
on
red?
anything they possibly can.
Yeah,
and
that's
so there are some people that solely shop on just eBay, and so
Yeah.
that's translating for those people. Anyway.
All right, any other news that you guys want to talk about? I'm still
No,
waiting for Pete
please.
to pop into the
I'm
comments.
exhausted already.
I got a couple of
Jeez.
Pete comments to make. I just need him in here.
No, please. He's busy.
I know. He's busy in that lawn chair down
I got to
there.
learn my lines for tomorrow. I'm very nervous.
So I heard people freaking out about the price of these sneakers, but
Why?
for a limited edition,
That's
sneaker,
normal. Yeah. That's cheap,
I don't
actually.
think $400 is a lot for sneakerheads to pay for a limited edition sneaker, right?
Nope.
Yeah. I think that he underpriced
Pair of
them,
Dior
honestly.
shoes go for $12.50. So yeah,
yeah.
totally fine. And they're sneakers. Yeah. That's nothing. That's chump change.
Mike's face when you just gave that price.
What's the most amount of money you've spent on a pair of shoes?
I can't answer that question. I have to plead the fifth. I used to work for Saks Fifth Avenue. It was $1 million book for Saks Fifth Avenue. So, like, literally, our bathroom breaks were very expensive. Like, you would walk through the men's department and the shoe rack, you're like, oh, but just those.
Davey, answer the question. Most amount of money
I'm
you've
still
spent
paying
on
off that
a pair of
stuff.
I'm trying to think.
I won't even make you do it for inflation adjusted price.
I think.
No,
Just
this
the real
was
price you
like
paid,
recession time period too.
Yeah.
I know.
I never paid full price. Never, ever.
Well, you got a discount.
Yeah. And then it depends on how much. Like if I sold Gucci loafers and like I had like some princess that came in and she bought a bunch of them, I would
Yeah.
get spiffs to
Okay.
be able to like the Gucci dollars to be able to like afford
All right.
all that stuff. So yeah.
How much?
I can't answer that question.
More than 1,000?
No. Oh, no. I couldn't afford that. No way. No. But I mean, I've gotten a pair of $1,000 loafers for like $120 or something.
All right.
I promise. I was smart. I was not stupid.
So more than 500?
Maybe one pair, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, shoe lady. And swim fins do not count as shoes.
Oh,
swim fins do not
count. Of the time.
I know. Swim fins don't count.
So, yeah. The most I've ever spent is between $130 and $150.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's like a normal. Yeah, I feel you on that.
I think I've spent maybe, I want to say it was $200 or $300 on a pair of boots one time.
Cool.
Ooh,
yeah.
look at you guys.
But you have that one. Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
It was
And I wear them all the time.
Yeah.
So
mine were boots.
Mine are my lucky boots. I still have them. They're 25 years old. I love them.
I had knee-high boots.
Kenny, $90. You can't even buy sneakers for $90.
You can at Walmart.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, you can.
Well, Walmart, you can buy 3 pairs for $90.
That's where I got my silver cowboy boots.
There they are. They're Walmart's finest. Medal of the Moon.
All right.
Silver.
So I know you have movie trivia you want us to do. We have advice we need to do.
You didn't do 5 questions last night either.
We did not do 5 questions. I don't really have them written down too, but I do have a story. MS Society.
Okay.
All right. So MS Society, there was a woman who is 90 years old who was volunteering for the MS Society in California.
Oh.
She apparently could not understand pronouns in emails.
Oh, man.
She did not get the whole pronoun and what's going on with the pronoun. So she was asking these younger people to explain this to her. Apparently, she had been volunteering at MS for a number of years. She wasn't like just walked in and was her first day.
So like multiple
she was a regular
sclerosis society.
Multiple sclerosis.
Okay.
Yes, MS, right? So she got fired for asking about the pronouns. Wow. She's a 90-year-old woman volunteering, and they fired her, asked her not to come back because she couldn't understand pronouns.
She couldn't understand pronouns.
That's pretty harsh.
Understand why they're
they just don't understand
listed.
it. Yeah.
Which, I mean, fair.
But I mean, you can't unvolunteer. I can't say you can fire a volunteer.
You can
I guess
fire a volunteer.
So I mean, it's just like there's an education piece to it, and I feel like especially the seasoned seniors need more education than anybody out there right now with that stuff. So
I mean,
I feel like that was kind of hard. Couldn't you just reassign her? She could be parking lot attendant.
Everything would be better if we would just show each other grace.
Absolutely.
And if we could just accept that if you're trying to pave the way about a new way of thinking about things, then you've got to have grace with people as they learn and adapt. And you can't, there's a certain age that you just can't expect them to ever get it, and you need to have grace with them on that.
So as the oldest person on this show,
okay.
As the oldest person on this network,
do you want us to debate you on that?
I'm the oldest person on the network.
You know what? He just forgot that he said it.
No. I just want to know, at what age do you get a pass? Because MS Society has just raised the bar above 90.
Oh, I don't think they're going to be handing out passes.
They just raised it above 90 and said, well...
What passes did your generation hand out? Not very many.
Does that affect the presidential election?
Generation?
You never handed out passes. You were uphill both ways, newspaper on the feet.
Do you understand the stories that we listened to from our grandparents?
Well, you're younger.
Respectfully.
You're younger,
absolutely.
So you
absolutely.
They gave their parents a pass or their grandparents a pass.
Yeah.
They didn't give us one.
No, they never gave us one.
Yeah,
no.
because it doesn't go down, it goes up.
Definitely.
You give older people passes.
You younger people are wimps. That's why we don't give you a pass.
Oh, my. Can you imagine? They don't make them like this anymore. I'm going to tell you that right now.
Push out 3 babies, my
Yeah, exactly.
Look, for 90, a 90-year-old person should be able to pretty much say whatever they want to say, and you just go, you're 90.
Yep.
You have that right.
I feel like an immediate firing is a little bit dramatic. I feel like maybe we could have pulled Brenda aside and been like, hey, girl, like, let's just have this chat. And, like, here's how it rolls.
Yeah.
If you don't understand that, you can go to Father Tom. He's going to explain to you.
Here's
and,
the
like,
person to talk to.
Let's just pass Brenda around the educational gamut before we're like, get out. Because a volunteer is so golden these days.
But I also get, like, the person that sent her the email, that's the one that was confusing her. So I get why she would be like,
sure,
what's going on with this? But there's this idea that I'm seeing that it's not on me to educate you. And
I don't like that either.
I feel like that's a toxic way to look at things.
Totally. I'll agree with you on that.
Especially if it's something that's like a minute old. I mean, this is since 2020, this has become a thing. So it's not even a decade in, y'all. Like, calm down. Be prepared to educate people. And if it's something that you're passionate about and you are proud of, then be prepared to have that conversation.
In the history of calm down, no one ever calms down. So we'll take a sidestep and just be like, look at the bigger aperture of the picture.
Well, what I wanted to say was calm your tits, but
I love it. See, that would totally make me laugh. I'm like, how fun.
You're the next one fired at that organization.
But yeah,
in the words of Meet the Fockers, everyone has nipples.
Yeah, right.
So calm your tits works for all genders.
Absolutely. It is one. I wouldn't have just thrown her away like that.
No.
She had been volunteering there for a long time.
Yeah, that's not cool.
And to me, that's just not right. And you have somebody that comes in with new ideas and a new way of thinking and a new way of wanting to be labeled and telling somebody that had been there for a long time, you got to go. That's just wrong.
Yeah.
That's just absolutely positively wrong.
But maybe there were other things in her file. I don't know if your little story had that in there.
I am sure
because maybe 90, she had.
I'm sure at 90 she has a file.
She was like,
you don't get to be 90 without a file, right? There's a whole file. I'm in my 50s. There's a file on me. Trust me.
Yeah. There is. Good.
Yeah.
It makes you more interesting. I mean, if you have a file, it means you have receipts to prove that you did the work. I mean,
I've been put down as a character witness for lots of people getting very high level security clearances just because where I lived, it was by a military base where people went to tech school for things that required high-level security clearances, and I was like one of the only people they knew that didn't have a record, so they kept putting me down as a security clearance.
What were you, like, meet them up at the coffee shop or something? Like, I mean,
I worked at a restaurant. So I know
okay,
and,
there we go.
She dated a lot of the guys.
I was going there.
She dated a lot of the guys.
I dated one. Another one was the dad for a kid that I babysat.
Did he like pie?
That I met
you
the
dated a dad of the kids you babysat?
I
never heard this story. Louis watching, by the way, so you better come clean.
That is spicy, Amanda.
This is why you get no passes, Mike Davis.
Zero passes.
So I was very close friends with the wife of this child, and the dad put me down because, again, I didn't have a record. And so I know I've got a file because why did all these men that graduated in different classes of these tech schools put down this same chick?
Here's Davey and I. The application comes in. Pete Melfi has applied for a thing. You think he knows her too?
Let's check.
I got $20.
Check his
Amanda's name is in here.
So I know I have a file, and not for anything that's actually spicy or worth a file, but just because I knew a lot of people.
Oh, God bless you.
I was the goody two shoes of
Bobby,
them all.
she didn't go to prom or homecoming. She went to the officers club.
I've never been to the officers
straight
club.
to the officers.
Never. I've never.
Amanda,
been to
you're the best in the world. You're the best in the world. We know. We know. You're giving you a hard time. You're the best in the world.
Never. I've never done.
I didn't realize this show was going to be this much fun.
Spicy. See what happens when I don't do shows in the morning? I'm like rested.
Amanda off the hot seat.
Why did I fight traffic to get here today?
You're pressed.
All right, let's get you off the hot seat. You came up with scrambled movie titles.
Botched movie plots.
Yes, and you want Davey and I to guess the name of the movie plot.
Yes.
I failed. All right, let's go.
All right.
So, and in the comments, please put down your guesses as well.
Anything about a relationship, we say Amanda.
Okay.
Okay.
True.
Got it. Anything about security clearance, we say Amanda.
Anything about the Shores Trail, we say Troy.
No. Jake.
Tony
Buildings.
All right. So, what botched movie plots are where there was a prompt put out, describe a movie badly in one sentence or less. So these are botched movie plot descriptions, and you have to guess what the movie is based on this this one sentence.
Okay.
All right. So here we go. The first one: a supernatural.
I know what you did last summer. Was that wrong? Was I wrong? Oh.
Is there a supernatural being? And I know what you did last summer.
Yeah, the ghost, the guy with the hook.
He's not a ghost.
Well, I thought he was. Okay, sorry.
He's not a ghost.
Rewatch.
All right.
All right.
A supernatural being wipes a guy out of existence to get a promotion. This is a classic. You have to have seen this movie.
A supernatural guy wipes a being out of existence.
Wipes a man out of existence to get a promotion.
Man, I should know this one. I'm trying to think.
You know it? I know you know it.
Supernatural guy. So it's like Superman, Spider-Man.
A supernatural guy.
Okay.
Those are superheroes.
Okay. What's a supernatural? Define that.
A guy that's already a ghost.
Like a ghost, a spirit.
I want to say it's Warren Beatty's movie. Heaven Can Wait or something like that. It was in the 70s. Right. That's my guess.
That's your guess.
Because Warren Beatty died, and then they put him back in another body. So that's
all right. So this is a classic that everyone has seen.
Ghost Dad.
Ghost Dad.
What do we got?
All right. It is Every Time a Bell Rings, an Angel Gets His Wings.
Oh, it's
a Wonderful Life.
Wonderful Life. I would have never have gotten that. Except if you would have said Angel Wings, I would have done that.
The angel wipes
everybody in comments,
out
fail.
Of existence.
Keely, fail. So BJ, fail.
Yeah.
All right, the next one.
That was a really bad description.
I know.
That's the whole point. Oh, let's see. Evil old guy convinces a young man to simp for a woman so hard that he kills all of his friends for her. An evil old guy convinces a young man to simp for a woman so hard that he kills all of his friends for her. Simps.
Oh.
What does simps mean?
So he's so like desperately, pathetically in love with her that he would do anything for her. So he loves her so much that he would do anything for her.
And what does he do to her?
He doesn't do anything to her. He kills all of his friends for her.
Mm-hmm. I'm going to say it was Luke Skywalker in the first Star Wars movie.
You are not.
No, I'm just kidding. I was trying to think.
You're not far off? Oh, man, because I was going to say Son of a Woman.
No, that ain't it.
Okay. What is the answer?
It is Star Wars Revenge of the Sith.
Nobody saw that.
Oh, I was close.
Two people saw that.
It was his dad. It was his dad.
Thank God I got it wrong.
All right. Next up, we've got abused orphan drops out of school to kill a man with no nose. You have to get this one. An abused orphan drops out of school to kill a man with no nose.
Why are we killing people?
So it's a Disney movie because it's an abused orphan.
Well, no, killed. No, so it can't be Disney. It's got to be Fox.
It's usually the mother that dies in a Disney movie, but not in this one.
An abused orphan kills a man
drops out of school.
Yep.
Key fact. An orphan in a school. He drops out to kill a man with no nose.
Oh, it's not Matilda.
I'm going to say it was Batman and Robin. And Chris O'Donnell dropped out of trapeze school to kill Harvey Two-Face, who didn't have a nose.
You suck at this, Mike Davis.
I actually described the plot.
I'm going to say Harry Potter.
Harry Potter.
Is it right?
It is Harry Potter.
I did. I cheated. I did, though, because I am a cheater. I will admit, I did. I looked at the comments. Everybody was raining in Harry Potter. I was like, those are my friends. They'll let me cheat.
And
Thank you.
that is why I didn't say that they got it right. So it's Harry Potter Deathly Hallows Part 2.
I did. I'm honest, though.
Yep.
All right. I wouldn't have guessed this one because I didn't see the movie, but maybe you did. A scientist travels to the other part of his daughter's bedroom.
Striptease.
I don't know that they call that science.
Oh. Is it a snuff film?
Showgirls? It's a Versace. I love Showgirls. It's a great movie. That is quality movie right there.
With you. That is actually
it's
a decent
really good movie.
The romanticization of making love in water.
Oh, yeah, totally. Oh, totally. Oh, a lot of things were ruined from that movie. She was pioneering that role.
I want to go see a show in Vegas after I saw
absolutely.
That. I was like, I'm done with Vegas.
All you need is No Me Malone. Here we go.
Dog food? I love dog food.
It's a Versace.
Read it again.
Right.
Read it again.
A scientist travels to the other part of his daughter's bedroom.
There's an answer in the thing which may be right.
It's not.
Oh. Well, thanks for telling me because I won't guess that. Yeah. Travels to the other part of his daughter's bedroom. A scientist.
Honey, I Shrunk the Kids.
Matthew McConaughey was in it.
Interstellar
yes,
Space.
Interstellar.
Interstellar.
Really?
Yeah.
Interstellar.
That was a horrible movie, by the way.
Horrible movie.
I didn't see it.
I just turned it
people
off.
like, you gotta watch it. I'm like, why? It's horrible.
Didn't he win an Oscar for that one? Or no, he won an Oscar for Dallas
You know
Buyers
what's supposed
Club.
to be really good, and I can't get through it, is Oppenheimer.
Yeah, I haven't even tried.
Oh, I fell asleep
Did
twice.
the love scene put you out?
Yeah, you would think. You would think. You would think it would turn me up.
I heard the
Something.
McCarthy trials go on way too long.
It was so long.
I heard that.
Oh, you mallow. We could. I would edit. Whoop, whoop, right in the middle there.
All right.
It's on the list to watch. So I'll let
You'll
you know
love
if I
it.
can
Look
get
at
to
there. You'll be like, oh, let me bail the
awarded.
barracks. Like you'll
I'll
love
let
it.
you know if I
Yeah.
can get it.
All right, I got one.
Yep.
A single dad conquers the universe with his rock collection.
Oh wait.
Conquers the universe with a rock collection. A single dad. I've got to figure out where we're going outside the universe.
I'm going with a rock collection.
I'm trying to. That's a really interesting review of a movie. A single dad conquers the universe with a rock collection. Single dad, rock collection. It's not Thor because he's been a dad. So, gosh, dog,
The
I can't even come up.
comments are close, but they're not going to help you.
I'm not looking now. At this point, I don't want to cheat.
Conquers the universe with a rock collection.
This was a huge movie. It was huge.
Was it not animated?
Give me like a year, like a time frame.
Yeah.
70s, 80s.
It wasn't. No, it was the 2010s.
In the 2010s?
2010s.
So
I
it's
was
been a recent
working.
movie. Back when I still went to the movies.
Had to have seen this, and you named a character that's in it.
Oh, this is another Star Wars moment here.
No.
Spaceballs.
Space.
Airplane 3.
Oh, great movie.
Accurately describing Spaceballs sounds like a botched movie.
Yes, it does. Actually, Airplane 1 was the only good one.
Oh,
in the
that was the
series.
good. Okay.
Yes.
There's more than one airplane.
Police Academy. Another
right.
good one.
So Endgame was close, but it's not Endgame. It's Infinity War.
Infinity War.
Oh, I didn't watch
Infinity
that.
Who was the single dad?
Thanos. He's a single dad. He's collecting Infinity Stones, which
Okay.
are rocks.
Okay, got
And
it.
he conquers the universe.
That's a
with his
horrible
rock.
description.
Exactly. So you're saying I'm doing an excellent job.
You're doing an excellent job.
All right, I've
one
got
more,
four
then
more.
we're doing.
How many do you want?
Then we'll do one more because we got
Okay.
relationship advice.
Oh, Lord
All right,
of mercy.
I'm
Yeah, we do.
I'm
We got
going to
some-
give you an easy one.
Yes.
Please, Little Mermaid.
Shut up. Girl develops Stockholm Syndrome while being kidnapped in a castle. You have to get this.
Girl develops Stockholm syndrome.
Oh, it's Snow White. She was kidnapped in a castle. They put her to sleep. No, she was in the wilderness.
Rapunzel.
Ooh, Rapunzel. When was Rapunzel a movie?
She wasn't kidnapped to a castle, though.
Who was kidnapped
She
to
was
a
kidnapped
castle?
from a castle.
Oh.
Kidnapped
so she
from
went
a castle?
to a
So
castle.
the botched plot is a girl develops Stockholm Syndrome while being kidnapped in a castle.
While being kidnapped in a castle. What's Frozen?
No.
No?
It's not Frozen.
Darn it.
Y'all are so close to this.
Oh my God. Princess
keep-
Bride?
Beating around the bush.
So it's Disney-ish. Mm-hmm. Aladdin. No, wait. Was Jasmine? How was Jasmine? No?
A girl develops Stockholm Syndrome.
Beauty and the Beast.
Yes! Yeah.
Oh, good for you. So nice when
And
you
I did
win.
not read the comments.
I love
honestly did
celebrating people
if
that
you
win.
ever want botched movie like again, put it in the
not.
comments.
Yes.
Great job, everybody.
actually really good.
Bobby got it, and so did Kenny.
A bunch of people got Beauty and the Beast.
Great job, guys.
I just had to keep thinking about tormented
Yeah.
young girls that fell in love with a guy in a Disney movie. So
I was
Yes.
just thinking about sad jewelry. Nothing
Yeah.
really happened there.
I thought for sure Davey was going to get it because he was like, give me Little Mermaid. And I was like,
Oh, I
got
saw
Beauty
you
and the
like,
Beast, the
yeah.
next one.
You gave me like an uncanny, like, be quiet. I was like,
just as a reminder, to see the sequel of Beauty and the Beast, tune in to the morning show tomorrow morning.
oh, see, there it
It's
is.
Beauty and the Beast.
Absolutely.
Tune in tomorrow morning.
I paid for it. It better
Who's
be.
so Davey's the beauty.
Yeah, figure
So
it
who
out.
are the beasts?
Who would be the
Clay's
beast?
producing. He's got to be a beauty too.
We don't know that yet.
Is it beauties? Oh,
Producer's still up in the air,
Yeah.
but it is confirmed the producing team will be here in some shape or form.
well, I got appointments starting at 9, but I'm not.
No, it's between
Yeah.
Blake and Clay. I'm sure they'll work it out. Yeah.
Just so
I'm
you-
sure they're fighting for it.
I'm praying for both.
just in case there's not a morning show.
No, there is. Please.
Susan Johnson has a morning show on another network.
Okay.
Oh.
That was a low blow,
Rude.
but a very informative show nonetheless, Susan. Thank you
She's
so much.
Awesome. She's been a long time listener of this show. We celebrate her show.
Absolutely.
Because it's not on against this time slot.
All right. Just ask Mike for advice. Hi, Mike.
Oh, boy. Here we go.
I've opened Pandora's box, and I wish to God I hadn't. I know.
Don't.
This might seem to be a bit melodramatic of a statement for the situation I'm in, but the ignorance is truly bliss. My girlfriend and I started going on dates as of February 2023 and decided to be exclusive, which means not sleep with anybody else, around May 2023. Primarily for reasons of sexual safety, we took things very slow, but we're seeing each other 2 to 4 times a week. By the start of summer, not putting a label on anything to our relationship other than we told people that we're actively dating. Okay. Right. I know. No, flag 1. By August, I had started planning a road trip for late September and blah, blah, blah. They ended up going on the trip and he said, I love you to her. That was a little awkward for her, but she got through it. Then on October 15th.
God, you always don't want to be the first one to say that.
I know. It's a hard one to
Oh my God.
But you kind of want the guy to do.
You throw that out there.
I
know. You can't take it back.
This is very soon. I know they're throwing it out very like a.
I love you as soon in September when they started in February.
Yeah, I think so.
Soon?
I think that's soon.
What?
I definitely think that's soon. Yeah, you need a year to something under your belt. You got to know the proclivities of these people.
Wasting my time.
How long before you told the guys that you vouched for that they could get a security clearance that you love them? Just one. I don't need all of them.
Was it before the clearance or after the clearance?
Said I love you to one of them. Only one.
So October 15th was the first sign of a miss. I saw a text she had sent on her phone that said, too bad, to a man named Josh after she went to an event. I give it a little thought till a couple months ago that she mentioned Josh during a car ride. We were talking about past partners, and it was clear as she admired him for many reasons. Good-looking dude, I'll say. He's helped the community, blah, blah, blah. And she's told me that they hooked up in the past. I did ask why they never ended up together. She told me that the timing was never right, and she desired more in bed. Well, here we go. Yesterday was when my heart sank like the Titanic. I did something I should not have. I looked through her texts to see what she texted Josh on October 15th. She messaged Josh that she wanted to make out and dance. And see.
Middle school text is in.
I know.
I just really want to make out and dance with someone.
I'm Josh.
Yeah.
I don't want any part of that. You've been dating a guy for this long.
Who says that?
And you're reaching out to me.
Want to hook up
to
and
make
dance.
out and dance. No.
Lame.
If I was Josh, I'd be like, oh, darn, I was doing my taxes that day.
So upon this...
dance means what it means in all musical songs. In which case, it's a completely different message.
A biblical dance. Yeah. Yes. What you're saying. I also found out that they hooked up multiple times between April and August, sending each other sexy messages, which sent me down an emotional spiral. On October 29th, my birthday, Josh texted her and see if she wanted to hang, but she said no, that she's in a relationship and she's happy where she is.
Finally.
Okay. Do I bring any of this up to her? Or should I do that? I can't just let it go. Forgive and forget. Help me, please, Mike. My heart is momentarily in your hands. Sincerely, sad dude.
No.
When did she give that answer? Before or after the too bad text?
I'm in a relationship. On 29th. So the too bad text was, or the October 15th was the wanna get jiggy with it dance.
Yeah.
But then she realized somewhere between the 15th and the 29th that she is in this relationship.
Yeah. So this is a sober versus drunk situation.
Yeah, boom.
I'm thinking that you've got a girl that loves you when she's sober, and she's very not consistent when she's drunk.
Yeah, you've got a Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde situation going on there. Yeah, you've got a spookeria. When she drinks a little bit too much, she's ready to dance.
Yeah.
So here's I think all relationships are built on trust. And these two don't trust each other.
No.
Well, she might trust him.
No, she's not told him the whole truth.
That's true, Mike. Yeah.
If she did, she'd be honest with him, but she hasn't been. She still has feelings for another guy. You should let the person know. You should figure this stuff out. Dragging somebody along for almost a year when you may or may not have feelings for someone else is not good. 2, he obviously doesn't trust her because he has gone into her phone.
Yeah.
If you have to go into the person that you want to spend your life with, into their phone to check what they're doing.
He trusted her until he saw that text.
Right. Well, he had a little bit of inkling.
So it seems like he trusted her until he saw evidence, and then he was okay, well, I'm going to verify because that could be nothing. It could be something.
That's such a Scorpio move. I would have gone on the phone like a jerk, like an idiot. You don't do that. That's a no-no.
So is it a no-no if he now saves himself from the relationship? Because if she's doing this now, she will probably do it forever, and I wouldn't stay with her. So I don't think that's a jerk move because now you're just saving yourself the time.
I don't know. I think sex screws up everything. It really does when you're in this kind of situation. So I don't know if there was a forgiving point at that moment. I know that I would probably be pretty much. I know that my energy would change and you would know right away.
Yeah.
So yeah, that. I don't know if that would manifest into something that could be back. I always look forward. I never go backwards with my relationships. Like I don't have exes that seek me out and say, "Hey, boo!" Like no, they know I'm done.
Yeah.
Keely has dropped the right comment.
Okay.
Both of them should come clean and see where the chips fall.
Yeah.
I agree.
But you both should say, like, listen, if we're going to make this work, we got to get over this.
A little forgiveness on both sides.
And we have to tell each other the full truth about what's been going on. And if you can't own up and be truthful with each other, you don't really need to be in the relationship.
Right. You don't need to be sneaking around.
It's just going to get worse as time goes on. Don't do that to yourselves. You got one life to live. Find somebody you want to live with.
I totally agree with that. Yeah, they both kind of screwed up there. So
yeah.
Susan Johnson thanked us for the morning show shout out.
Oh,
yes, she did. It's a great morning show.
Oh, she was cooking something. She was probably making Pete spinach lasagna for Florida Man games. That's his favorite.
Yep.
Hey, sister is convinced my husband is abusive and really damaging our relationship. Oh, this sounds like a nosy sister. Dear Mike, I love what they do.
Is this guy's name Travis, and does he play football?
Not my Travis. My sweet Travis. First, sweet, sure.
Brother.
Firstly, I apologize. Okay, blah, blah, blah. Secondly, thanks to everyone, blah, blah, blah. So basically, my husband and I have been married for 2 years. My sister, for God knows why, has developed an obsession with trying to prove that my husband abuses me. This is a very interesting story. First, she started on the emotional abuse and claimed that the opinions on my outfits that my husband gives me are controlling and manipulative. I said, girl, no, I'm asking him for his opinion. So the second was also financial abuse. He doesn't want her to work. Not true. He literally told me I don't have to work if I don't want to. She found that out by reading through my texts. Another one. Get off of people's phones. I was having a hard day, and I texted him. He responded, I'm sorry. If I can do anything, please let me know. So you don't have a job anymore. You don't have to if you don't want to. Blah, 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 blah. So I love my sister, but God, I can't handle this. My husband finally snapped at her, causing us a bad argument between him and my sister. My brother took my side, literally splitting our family apart over what? What am I supposed to do? She actually says, what the F am I supposed to do? Yeah. There's simply no way a lot of people have dealt with this, but does anyone have any advice on this moment?
Sister is toxic. She wants what you have, and she doesn't like that you have
boom,
it.
Ding,
so
boom.
She is trying to undermine your relationship because you've got something that she doesn't have.
Boom, right. You hit it right on the, yep.
Bobby is all over that same advice.
Sister wants him. Sister wants what she has.
I don't even know if sister wants him.
Yeah.
She wants the settled relationship, the freedom to stay home or to work. She wants that stability that sister has, and since she doesn't have it, she's trying to undermine it.
I'm going to tell you, one person's controlling is another person's honest opinion.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, people look at me and go, I just gave an honest opinion.
I love an honest opinion.
And I told you this is what it was.
If you can't handle the truth, then don't ask for it.
That's it.
Which is the advice I gave my dad when I was about 18 and he started asking questions that
about why you were dating officers?
Multiple.
I did not date officers. They were enlisted men.
That's not a good thing to admit.
They were enlisted men.
It should have been a relationship.
Very honest.
Yeah. Hey, real quick, last one. My personal trainer lashed out at me for being 3 minutes late to a session. How do I approach this situation?
Wait a minute, is this signed by Sal?
It doesn't say Sal, but it's, I recently signed up for a personal training program at my gym. My friend is a personal trainer there. She signed up with her, blah, blah, blah. I have 4 sessions, but today for my 5th session, I was 3 minutes late for the appointment. Oh. There was traffic today because of a huge event happening in the area, and I didn't anticipate for it. Happening. Right? Immediately, she lashed out at me for saying that she wants to make sure that I respect her. She said that me being late was a sign that I don't respect her, and me being late makes her look bad to her boss. She also said that her boss told her that her clients need to respect her more. So there might be the line.
So this is an insecure person and also a control freak.
What do you mean? The trainer's a control freak?
The trainer's insecure.
Oh, I don't think so at all. I think lateness is the key to failure. What are you doing 3 minutes late? Figure it out.
That's the thing.
Well, now, wait a minute. We have an expert here.
Absolutely.
We have a person that does classes.
Absolutely.
Which is why he wanted to read this one.
Yeah. Right? You notice I skipped over one just to get to this one. Yeah.
And I was late today, so now he's like...
No, my classes are easy. My girls know. I mean, I literally have people sneaking out of work to go to my class.
This is my show, and I don't yell at anybody for being late because I'm late half the time, so I don't worry about it. So if somebody were to show up 3 minutes late for your spin class, how would you handle that?
It would be fine because my classes are very dark, so my girls know, or my people know this, to roll in and just get on the bike and just no questions asked. It's fine. But like growing up as an athlete, I mean, I had some like drill sergeants as a coach. Like my friend rolled in 3 minutes late. Yeah. Schulberg made her crawl on her hands and knees around a tile pool deck for 4 hours straight. And literally, like, bleeding. Like, I mean, they don't do this to kids anymore.
Isn't this the guy that, like, was...
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, like...
Oh, yeah.
Charges?
Oh, yeah.
Like,
oh, yeah.
That tracks.
Yeah.
Look, I think I got yelled at a lot for being late.
Did you really?
My entire life. And when I was a kid...
It's a disease.
I'm not as bad now as I was as a kid, but I really just... It didn't matter to me. Like, when basketball season was over... I didn't care if I got to school 5 minutes late or 10 minutes late or 5 minutes early. I just got to school when I got to school.
We got lateness is the key to failure. You're late one day, you're late the next day. That all adds up. And by the time you're done with your life, you lost 15 years.
Great story. I finally got enough demerit staff to go see the dean.
Oh.
So I go see the dean about being late to school. Okay, I got all A's.
How do you do this? Of course you had all A's, of course.
So, well, maybe that semester I did.
I'd be copying on that paper.
So I go see him.
Which is why you don't know the presents.
And the dean tells me, you need to get up 15 minutes earlier. So this is on like a Monday afternoon detention meeting with the dean, right? Tuesday morning, I swear to you, first period class, I walk in, I sit in the dean's class. The dean is not there. The dean walks in 5 minutes late to class the next day after lecturing me. My smart ass.
Of course, here we go.
I look at my watch and I go, 15 minutes early and you'd been here. I did this exact advice.
You definitely were breakfast clubbed on that one. You had Saturday detention. I never got detention.
I never got detention.
Never got detention.
No, the late thing, there are certain times you just can't avoid it. If you're paying for a class like that, you're really shorting yourself if you don't show up a few minutes early to warm up. And a lot of times, if I'm coaching up somebody, I want them to know, hey, we really want you here on time, but I'm not going to embarrass them in front of the class. I mean, there may be a few extra things you have to do. Hey, you were 3 minutes late. Everybody that's 3 minutes late has to run an extra lap.
Of course. That's cool, yeah.
Just keep that consistent.
But not around a pool deck for 4 hours.
But don't be a jerk about it. Because you know what? They're paying you to be there, and if you piss them off, they won't pay you to be there.
Well, I figure there's 3 types of people. They're the type of people that like are super offended if anyone is late around them. They're the kind
Those are people that are older than me.
They're the kind of people that are free spirits. They show up when they show up, and that is just them always.
Yeah.
And then there are the people in the middle that want to be on time. They're stressed if they're not on time, but it's not like the end of the world if they're late.
We call it funky time. So, like they're on funky time.
Excuse me. Keely asked if this was the first time that they were late. And I think that affects this reaction.
It sounds I
also think that it's a timing situation. Like, you just happened to show up late right after this person got dressed down by their boss, and they're taking it out on you.
Yeah.
Because the boss
I don't know if
is
that's
like,
an excuse.
Oh, you need to make sure they respect you.
Well, then don't use the boss's name and get your respect and use your own.
Yeah. So I feel like this person got shafted because they had big feelings about their conversation with their boss.
So I struggled with this late thing for most of my life. It finally was resolved for me during the first Lord of the Rings movie. The very beginning of the movie, Frodo runs up to Gandalf and says, "You're late." And Gandalf, who is the most powerful person in this whole thing, right, says to him, "A wizard is never late. They arrive precisely at the time they intended."
Yes.
Oh.
And so I have just decided that I arrived precisely at the time that I intended ever
Just
since
like
then.
nature.
He's a wizard, Harry.
Oh, wow, great.
We're
That's
back to Harry
great.
Potter.
That's wonderful.
All right, so those of you that have been jonesing for a morning show, tomorrow morning the morning show is on, and if you don't want to watch that one because you're mad at him, Susan Johnson has a show.
Are you back on all week or just tomorrow?
Tune in. The Florida Man's game is just a couple days. Pete and the crew are working their butts off to get this done and have fun. So we appreciate that you guys are going to come back and do a morning show. Everyone has missed you guys. And we're very happy that you're back. I'm still going to give you hell every single day, though.
I know.
It's just me. It's just the way I am. It's just my way of telling you I love you guys.
It's the wizard's way.
It is. The rest of you guys, we were overtime for you tonight, so have a great night, and join the Storedom in the morning. Florida Man Games on Saturday.
We made you late. Bye.